for the Development and Planning Service Committee. We've already had the invocation pledge, and we have full quorum. We have before you the minutes for approval.
Motion to accept.
Second.
So moved. The agenda okay?
Yes, sir.
Moving forward, we have no presentation, so we'll jump right into the debate agenda.
Morning, sir. First one I have for you is a request for additional funding for our Washington Road Gateway landscape project. While we've been building, we've come across a couple issues that we've had to overcome. One of them was the fact that we had some boring we were going to do for irrigation lines under sidewalks. However, there's some conflict with some gas lines, so we don't want to mess those gas lines up. So instead of boring, we've had to dig up a lot of sidewalk, replace that sidewalk. We had some areas where there was no irrigation. We decided that it's best to go ahead and get that irrigated now while we're actually working, so additional irrigation. We had some landscape fabric and weed barrier that we've put in places to prevent weeds coming up alongside the road. Then another thing we've done is we bought the Garner car lot down there close to Baston Road. That was not part of this project. We started designing this project long before we owned that property. So we're asking for money, so when we finish up the big project, we can that area, that additional money to landscape that area and have a nice landscaped area where currently is a laydown yard for this project. So we're asking for additional $200,000 to continue this project to all the things I just mentioned.
Motion to
Second.
accept.
Motion carries. Next item.
Thank you. I'm going to ask Mr. Prather if he'd like to present this next one for you. Tennis courts revisions, renovations.
Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing?
Good.
As you may remember, about 9 or 10 months ago, I brought a contract Cranston Engineering to design to renovate our tennis courts at Patriots, Lonnie Morris, and Riverside. Excuse my voice this morning. I'm bringing in front of you this morning a contract to renovate those 3 tennis courts from Continental Construction. This is basically a mill and overlay, replace lighting, replace fencing, Lonnie Morris, an additional work with some basketballs and some paving. But staff recommends approval of this and an amount of $1,875,000 to award it to Continental Construction.
Funded by SPLOST.
This is paid out of Park Upgrade 1722, yes, sir.
Good bit cheaper than the number 3 bidder.
It is.
Are you sure we got everything in there?
Yes, this is, we work well with this contractor. Our cost estimate was that we produced a few months ago was a little bit lower than this. There was a little bit of scope creep here that we admit to, but we feel comfortable and we've worked well with John Luton, trying to get everything done that he needs done.
Move to consent.
13 tennis courts, how many pickleball?
Oh, gosh. We're striping some, you know, that's, but I'm not sure exactly how many we got out of that. I can get you that answer.
This is all existing stuff being
Right.
refurbished, not new construction.
Yeah, so the only ones of these courts that'll have pickleball lines are Lonnie Moore's. Patriots Park and Riverside will not have the pickleball courts. Constructing standalone pickleball, tennis only courts.
Can't have tournaments, can you? Paint the lines. Pickleball.
USTA won't sanction matches with pickleball lines, so that's happen in the county.
One other item I just want to make sure that y'all understand, this is phased, so the tennis community can still use some other courts in the county. We're going to do Patriots first, and then we'll move on to Lonnie Morris and Riverside, so they'll be able to move around if they need to.
Thank you, sir. We have a motion and a second.
Yes, sir.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
We'll move on to Development Services.
All right.
Alcoholic license.
The first item we have is alcohol beverage license for MJ Family Korean Kitchen doing business as Soul Kitchen. Applicant has applied for an alcohol beverage license at beer, wine, and distilled spirits for on-premise consumption at 4408 Evans Locks Road. They have provided all the required information, and there are no known opposition to this. Staff recommends approval.
Move to consent.
Second.
Motion carries. Next item, sir.
All right, the next one we have is alcohol beverage license for S12 Enterprise LLC doing business as Ivy Falls Wine and Spirits. Applicant has provided all the information for a license to sell alcohol, sell beer, wine, and distilled spirits for off-premise consumption from 500 Oxbow Drive. They have provided all the required information and posted the property, and staff recommends approval.
Existing. We have been to a store before, right?
No, ma'am. Right.
Second.
Motion carries. Thank you, sir. Let's move into item C1, easement encroachment.
Sir, this is an easement and encroachment agreement for 204 Holden Drive. It's currently zoned R2 residential. The applicant is asking to enter into agreement with the county for an easement and encroachment to construct a garage on an existing storm sewer pipe easement. This building is approximately 682 square feet. It would be within 2.5 to 3 feet within the easement, and staff is recommending approval.
Move to consent.
Motion carries. Thank you, sir. Any legal matters, Mr. Driver? Sir, we'll move on to staff reports.
Sir, the first one is the October planning monthly report. That's provided for your information only. Answer any questions you might have.
Questions? Next report.
Also included is the September plan review workload monthly report for information only. Answer any questions you might have about that.
Moving on to the next item.
All right, next we have is the October 22-23 Development Service Monthly Report, and attached is a copy of that report for your information. No further action is needed. I'll answer any questions if you've had those.
Next item, sir.
All right, next one we have is the 2023 Development Service Financial Report, and a copy of that is attached for your information. No further action is needed.
Questions?
Sure.
All right, the last one we have is the October the temporary alcohol permits list. Is a copy of that is attached for your information.
Questions? Thank you, sir. Any comments from commissioners or public? Okay, nothing for executive sessions. If we have anything, we'll adjourn at 8:49.